You missed supper.
I wasn't hungry.
I was struck by how in this world where alliances are made for power and for many, many reasons, your characters seem to actually enjoy talking to each other and hanging out with each other. And I'm wondering if you can talk to me a little bit about where you think that genuine affection comes from.
In a world that is so chaotic and these kids have not really had time to be kids, the tiny moments where they get to kind of be outside of court is really all they have to like learn about these new feelings of even like friendship and just joy. You don't see any of that in court.
Right.
And I think that they really cherish these tiny little moments that they get to have together. It's almost like they're speaking a different language when they're outside of, you know, their home and stuff. And I think we really enjoyed working on that this season, didn't we?
Yeah, I mean, I think that they were kind of betrothed. I don't like the word forcefully, but they was.
Yeah, they didn't have any say.
Yeah.
They didn't get to choose.
Yeah, they didn't get to choose.
Yeah,
no.
it was like-
But genuinely, I mean, even with the younger lot, when they were holding hands at the funeral in season 1, I think there's genuine love there.
Yeah.
Which I think is nice, because they technically are forced together, but it's not like Aegon and Helena forced. You know what I mean?
I think they would still choose this. I think they would
Yeah,
still choose this
100%.
partnership
Yeah.
in whatever capacity. They would still choose to spend all their time together, and that's really sweet. And you know, they've both experienced loss at a really young age.
Yeah.
I think that's what we get to see in this season. Jace gets to talk to Baela about something that she's secondhand at. She did this, got the postcard, like,
Yeah.
and nobody really seems to want to talk about grief in that way. So. Yeah, it's a sad way of like building a connection, but I think that's how they have.
It's special.
There is not much time taken for grief or loss. I mean, it's basically a use for everybody else, right? And the people that are actually grieving don't seem to actually be able to grieve. Do we see more scenes like that where she's comforting him, that they have that openness that we see in the first couple?
Yeah.
We just have moments that in season 1 we just didn't have the chance to have, or
Yeah.
if they did happen, they didn't happen on camera, you know. But I've always had that idea of Jace and Baela going off after something happens and like gossiping about it, or talking about it amongst themselves.
Yeah,
you know?
we always say that. And like after every Black Council meeting, like where are they going? Because they're definitely having like a debrief
Yeah.
after every single thing.
Did you hear what Sir Alfred
did you
said?
see what he was doing today? Yeah. And I think we do get to see a lot of that in the season. We get to see tiny little moments of them just like building their relationship.
Their parents have a little bit of a rift, right? And so I'm wondering then on the other side of that, like how strong is the affection between these two? Like, does it trump Jace's loyalty to Rhaenyra? Does it trump Baela's loyalty to Damon?
Good question.
That's a very good question. I don't think we know the full length of what's going on between them two,
Yeah.
because Damon's definitely not going to talk about it to Baela, and
Yeah.
Rhaenyra definitely isn't going to speak about it to Jace. So
Almost in some ways, they've got better relationships with the wrong one. Like,
Yeah.
Damon and Jace have a stronger relationship than Baela and Damon. And Rhaenyra is like trusting Baela in a way that she's not really trusting Jace.
No.
And so they're kind of like this. They're doing the wrong pairing. So that's interesting. Like,
yeah,
in
because
their
Damon and Jace have the
dynamic.
same attitudes. don't they?
Yeah.